What up, y'all? It's your boy Ben here, and we're back again because the leaks just keep on coming. I'm excited. With just being like hours away from Pokemon Presents, we are starting to get more images of what this potential set just may be. We're going to get confirmation soon, but if you are like me and you just can't wait to see what we could possibly get, then this video is for you. So go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe, click the notification bell button so that you don't miss out on a thing. We're trying to hit 10,000 subscribers before June, and with your help, we can make that happen. All right, y'all, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into it. So we have here just kind of like, as you see, the Triumphant Light. This is the mini set that is hopefully set up to release this Friday. And as you can see on the cover, we have Crobat, we have Tyranitar, we have Heatran, we have Raichu, and then the RCSEX. My video yesterday, kind of talked about this clip here that kind of showed what potential Pokemon may be. We saw that we have the RCSEX in here as well, and through this, people were kind of able to decipher kind of what that trailer set out to be. We're seeing RCSEX, we're seeing Garchomp EX cards as well, but we're seeing different combinations that trigger different abilities with Crobat, Heatran, and they're saying probably with Tyranitar and Raichu. And we're actually have the cards that actually show this right here, which is really cool. So let's dive into these new cards that we may possibly getting. I think this feels legit, right? So here we go. We got Probopass EX here. It's the defensive unit. So for 3 energy, 2 steel attack, you're dealing 90, but during your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes minus 20 damage from attacks. So this thing being able to take less damage, it is a tank. And if we look at the Probopass from the set that we have now, and while this deals more damage, you do require 1 more energy to attack here, and it's up to coin. So you could be doing 30, or you could be doing up to 180, which is twice of what this is doing. However, the survivability is frail, and you are attacking much sooner here. Having a baseline of 90 where you can high roll get 180, this feels really cool. And a cool design of the X, and I love the steel types feeling really bulky here. Then we have Carnivine. Carnivine 80 HP, and here's where part of these abilities come up. So there is, and we're gonna look through these. We have Power Link, we have Speed Link, we have Cunning Link, and we have Resilience Link, and we have a Vigor Link. So it seems instead of giving us the different typings that we're getting of RCS, we're getting these abilities here. And let me do one thing for you all so that way you can see. There we go. Now you can see the retreat costs as well. That's perfect. Okay. All right, so let's go back up to where we were before. Here we go. We have Carnivine here with the Power Link ability if you have RCS or RCSEX in play, which means that we're going to be getting a baby RCS as well too, since it's identifying both of those specifics and the ability. Attacks used by this Pokemon do plus 30 to your opponent's active Pokemon. So our regular Carnivine is where are you? Because you came out recently here. 93 for 40, flip a coin. If has this does 50 more damage, but getting a 1 energy 50 with higher HP, 10 less HP, is pretty good. This is pretty good. I kind of like this. Again, 1 prize, 1 attacking. We think of Farfetch that does 1 energy 40, and this can do 50. That's pretty good. And then we have Tyranitar. Tyranitar is coming to the game. It's a fighting type. Fighting is getting so much love. I wonder if I would have, like, how this would have been as a dark type, but currently right now, you are just dealing 1 attack, 130 for 4 energy, which is like insane because Rhyperior does 4 energy for 150, but you have to lose 3 cards. So like you have to discard that, and then you have cards like what else is there? Like Golem, but they have extra ability here. But I guess you are doing 160 because of this power link. So that could be a really cool setup to see Tyranitar and having Arceus EX out there on the bench for you as well. I'm not sure if this ability stacks, but it just seems like it says if you have it in play, so maybe it doesn't stack here, but we'll have to like test that out. And then we have Heatran. We're getting different typings, y'all. So Heatran here, 110 HP, fire typing. We see the speed link, which is really cool because this means there's no retreat cost. So just getting this powered up for 2 energy is gonna get damage at some point. So you're dealing 80 consistently from there, and that is really good. 2 energy, 80 attack is like really nice. So I like that. The artwork here is really cool. It feels like it's in a volcano, in lava in of itself. So this looks pretty sweet. And then as we continue to scroll down, we got the Crobat. Oh my goodness, does this make Golbat good? It has 1 energy. This is the Cunning Link. Once during your turn, if you have Arceus or Arceus EX in play, you may do 30 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. Now, this is different from the power because it says attacks used by this Pokemon do plus 30 to your opponent's active, and so this is saying you may do 30 to your opponent's active Pokemon. So I'm reading this like this is like Greninja, and where you get to like just like click the ability, you do 30, and then on top of that you can then attack with a Darkness Fang, or you're on the bench and you're doing 30, which is pretty good. I think like you need, you know, there's a more like, is it power creep Greninja? No, because like it's a stage 2 just like Greninja, but you also need a basic out there as well in Arceus or Arceus EX, taking up a bench slot. So because of that, allowing you to get 1 more, like 10 more damage feels very fair in that, and I really love how it's still just 1 energy, and the no retreat cost is pretty sweet on top of that. And the gift keeps on giving, y'all. So we have Raichu here as well, which is like great. Like let's make Raichu good. It feels like we didn't have that opportunity to see that. So Raichu here does 2 for 2 energy. You do 40, but you get to do 20 to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. I wonder if we like this Raichu better than the is it like Mythical Island Raichu, where that just like does attacks to your bench, but you do 2, and if your Arceus is out here for the resilience link, you do minus 30 from your opponent's attack. So there's a lot of survivability here when Arceus is out to play, and that is pretty cool. Like I like that. I like this. I think, you know, when tearing some of these abilities so far, I'm liking Resilience Link a lot, and then the Cunning one is also cool. It's just to kind of like chip away. Oh, I'm already worried about Arceus, Crobat, Darkrai. Could be crazy. Could be crazy. Then we have Magnezone here, Steel type. If you have Arceus EX in play, this Pokemon takes also minus 30, and then just for 3 attack here, but you need 2 Steel energies, you get the Power Beam. So like Steel Magnezone and like those Skarmory decks that we've already been seeing feels pretty strong here. Only needing 3 energy to attack is pretty good. This like also just like has you power it up on your own. So maybe like this running up a Dialga could be fun in that sense too. Then we take a look at the Abomasnow with a new ability that's attached to Arceus with Vigor Link. If you have Arceus or Arceus EX, attacks used by this Pokemon cost 1 less colorless energy. That's cool as well. So instead of needing 3 energy to do 80, you do 2, but you need Arceus EX in there. That is pretty strong, especially since it's a stage 1 Pokemon. Again, like having all these different abilities tied to Arceus, like it's pretty cool. I think they've nailed like a really wide range of things in order to do that, and they're touching up on Pokemon that weren't really being played before here. So like if we have a Abomasnow, this was like 124 energy to attack. Definitely like you need Misty to feel like this is playable, and whereas like this is for 120 HP and just 2, you don't need that, and like that feels pretty good to like make this card possibly be picked up and tested out here. And then they did it, y'all. They did it. They added cards from Legends Arceus. So we have AroundThaBen here. During your opponent's next turn, all of your Steel type Pokemon take minus 20 damage from your attacks from your opponent's Pokemon. So when thinking of this Magnezone, where it already has this resilience link, and also thinking about Probopass, which takes minus 20, you're thinking of your Melmetals, even supporting your Dialgas while they're trying to like build up the energy to get the Metallic Turbo going. This is like pretty good for Steel type decks. And then maybe we won't see these as often because again you have just so many choices now, but like this feels pretty nice to include here. And now we're getting a little taste of the EX. We're getting our first EX evolution in Glaceon. Ability Snowy Terrain. During Pokemon checkup, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, do 10 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. So now we're getting stages in the game. I'm not sure when the Pokemon checkup happens. Maybe when you draw your card, they just like that's when the Pokemon checkup happens there. But this is cool. I don't think Glaceon got like a little bit of love towards the end of this meta, and now that there's an EX version, kind of makes sense as to why they gave us a new Eevee, you know? New Eevee, new evolution. So 3 energy here for 90, but you could be possibly doing 100 per turn because of this ability as well, with only 1 retreat cost. Makes this a pretty strong EX Pokemon, especially at stage 1 in consideration to that. So that's pretty nice. We have a new trainer, Irida, again here, full art. The artwork is beautiful as always. Heal 40 damage from each of your Pokemon that has any water energy attached. Now this just screams Manaphy all over. It doesn't necessarily mean that you need to have water Pokemon as long as you have water energy attached. So all of those decks that has like, you know, I've been seeing some things like Manaphy and Mega, Manaphy Magnezone. Like this could also heal Dragonite actually because of the mixed pieces. It could heal your Judgedons, which is like kind of crazy already to think about that, right? Like Judgedon, Rocky Helmet, Potion, and then you have Irida here. Like, hoo-wee, talk about a wall. But as always, the artwork looks great. I like that as well. With the new Probopass, we get a new Nose Pass to go with it. The HP is higher here, but the attack cost is less, and we get the damage nerfed down just a little bit. So if you see it here, where we're 70, but 2 energy for 30, 1 energy for 10. Do you like attacking right away? I mean, it's pretty big in terms of HP stats, so like maybe it has more survivability in that sense. There's still more, y'all. Like, let's just keep going. Shaman. So Shaman here is looking like a 1-star card. But Sky support, as long as this Pokemon is on your bench, your active Pokemon's retreat cost is 1 less. This is cool. So like, there's a lot of cards here. Like this I was thinking of like being a tool, a Pokemon tool. So putting it as an ability for a basic mon as well is also pretty sweet. Definitely giving you a lot of more maneuverability as well. And this is a colorless Pokemon, so like it doesn't necessarily like need a specific type. So like this could like work well with a lot of things that like we're using X-Speed or Leafs to kind of like fix their curves, because they are already at low retreat costs. And so like having Skyforce Shaman to like help you boost up your retreat costs seems pretty sick in the long term when you're thinking about like saving for energy. Like that's great. Here's the full art for the Magnemite. We're getting a steel type version of this. So I'm assuming if we got a steel type Magnemite and we got a steel type Magnezone, then a steel type Magneton is going to be coming out as well. And now we see for one steel energy, we have Tackle from there. And then we have the baby gear. Oh, we have another Giratina. We just talked about the nose pass, but this picture is included in here. We have another Giratina. This looks like, let me just make sure that you can see this as well. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Okay, it is grass, psychic, and colorless, and then you discard 2 random energy from this Pokemon, 120. So I'm trying to figure out how you would want to play this card with grass and psychic. We haven't seen a lot of like cards that go into that as well. Like maybe you look into these cards that generate them as well. Look at your grass types. Grass types here, Yanmega as well. It could be interesting. We could cook with that. But 120 and 120 attack is big. And typically we like making dragons work when it comes to Pokemon Pocket. So this will be a fun card to cook up with as well too. All right, now that we've seen the cards, it looks like we're getting more cosmetics as well coming down. So we got the Manaphy coin, we got the Volkner icon, and we got the Manaphy sleeves with the cheering of Piplups and Manaphy as well. I'm going to be going back and forth between Blastoise and this right here, and this kind of like makes me curious if there's gonna be something for Torterra, right? Like this isn't like Empoleon, Piplup, like, you know, like is focusing on just the starter, but for the fact that there's 3 of them here giving a nod to the water starter, I wonder if they're going to show that here. But like it seems like we got more cosmetics on the way, and that's really sweet. And now we're getting a promo cards, and so like here's our drop event. Gibble here, full art for the promo, so that's that's like really cool. I like that a lot. And we're seeing that it's the fighting type. Before we saw that was a dragon, so we're getting a fighting type Garchomp line. Then we have Cheerum is a new card here. Heal 20 damage to this Pokemon for 2 energy. It's stage 1, it seems like. Here's the alternate art for Raichu. We're getting another Pro Nose Pass. So we're getting a new one and one for a promo. And then we're getting a different Staraptor here, whether that is in just this promo or as just a part of like an alternate art of the set, we'll find out. But our Staraptor typically is here. Let's like scroll down and find it. Where are we, Staraptor? There we go. For 3 energy, 80, your opponent can't retreat. However, here, oh, there we go. 3 energy, 90, and then there's this defensive whirlwind, which we can't really tell what that says. So, as you saw that we went through the tabs, we're getting, oh my goodness, we're getting another one. Okay. We're getting Arceus covers for a cosmetic and like binder and card cover in here. And then we're getting a Leafeon. We're getting a Leafeon EX. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may take 1 grass energy from your energy zone and attach it to one of your grass Pokemon. Whoa, that is cool. Force Breath is Grass's energy ramp. This is going to be dirty with Celebi already. I think this is the piece that you run. You run Eevee, Celebi, Executor EX, and that's all you need. And that's all you need. 140 here. That's pretty good. So like if you get 2 energy on this thing, you just throw it up to the front, you throw it up there, and then you just start powering away. Even just having 1 energy on it, it like powers it up to ready to get online. We're getting a Burmy here as well. That's like looking like it's new. Yeah, Burmy 50 grass energy, 20 for Ram. Wow, that's so sweet, y'all. As you can see, like I'm like going through this with y'all as well too. And then of course here, where it's looking like the Arceus or like this new event is looking like the 45 wins are coming back. Or 5 wins. This is saying 5 wins in a row is coming. So yeah, we knew this was here. Maybe they will get more information on ranked because that was spoiled just like a little bit, but maybe we'll get that later on. But yeah, y'all, there are a lot of things in the woodworks. There are a lot of things in the woodworks already. We're getting like 2 evolutions for the EXs so far. We're getting sleeves. We're getting new cosmetics. We're having new abilities already introduced in the cards. And Steel is looking like it's coming out crazy. And we're getting more supporters. And I love having more options in the game. We like went through so much, and so just like let me know down in the comments, what are you most excited about when it comes to these leaks? What are you most excited to see, and what are you most excited to play with? As always, y'all, if you want to keep up to date with everything that's coming out, go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe, click that notification bell button so that you do not miss out on a thing. Until next one, y'all, peace.